Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer.
Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation.
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
All right, welcome back to the land of the bored, ladies and gentlemen. Nick here.
It's Chris.
That is Chris making that face. He's back and better than ever. And
It's your favorite face.
I love that. I stole that phrase from someone. But we are ready to check out another request. This one from our man AJ Varma. What's up, AJ?
Ooh, what up?
Thanks for checking out our Instagram and putting some requests out there. That's right. If you want to get some requests on Instagram, all you got to do is message me and hope that I see it. Because I am a heathen sometimes.
A little bit of the clickety-clackety, sendity. Read it.
And kickity-outity. No? Okay. We're going to check this out. This is Veer Das election rant. Winning the American election 2020, a rant. So the American election was a little bit of a hot mess. We're not going to get too political here, but it's not really about who won or who lost. It's a hot mess. It's the fact that it took forever. They had the mail-in ballots. They had all these different excuses, but it took so long, and they're still fighting about it after the winner was declared. So I'm excited to hear what Veer Das's opinions are. Yes, he's Indian heritage. I'm not sure exactly if he was born in India or not, but he graduated college here in America, so he understands very well, and he's a very famous comedian as well, at least in my opinion. So, we're going to check this out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And
Without further ado.
here we go.
Why the fuck is the counting taking so long? The last time we watched white people count so intently, they were counting us. They were. They were like 268, 269, 270 slaves on the ship. Here we go. Why is the counting taking so long? Outsource that shit to us, man. We'll give you a president in 45 minutes, I promise you. If you don't like him, fuck. We will change your plan in 45 minutes. Present you a new plan. Like, if you give us 10 future candidates and their place of birth and their time of birth, we will tell you who's going to be president in 2028. You'll be like, Kamala ka Ketu is very strong, but her Rahu is weak. I don't know, it feels like such an inefficient system, their election. Can we agree? Yeah? Like, it's so inefficient to declare the winner after the election. That's why I like it here. We know who's going to win way before the election, right? We don't wait around for a whole fucking election because in India, we don't declare the winner of an election. We abandon the loser of an election. Because it's a parliamentary system. So halfway through the election, people recognize that the guy's going to lose and they're like, I'm sorry, Rahul. And they start jumping ship. In America, they waste all this time. They have to come up with all these slogans, and it just feels like such a waste of time. Like Trump's slogan is fucking "Make America Great Again." Biden's slogan is "Who am I? How did I get here? What's my name?" I don't know.
Terrible.
Do we waste time with slogans? No. Do you know what Narendra Modi's slogan is? Modi. That's how he won an election in the largest democracy in the world. He went to people and he's like, "Hey, Modi." They're like, "Okay, Modi."
Okay,
I think the big sort of scary takeaway for me in this election, and a lot of the media was talking about it as well, is that not just white people voted for Donald Trump. That's the big trip on this. You know what I'm talking about? Immigrants, minorities voted for Donald Trump, and that's what's shocking America. But I kind of get it, if I'm being honest. Because, like Mike Pence looks like white people designed a white guy. Like if you put 5 white guys in a room and you're like, make a white guy, they'd be like, yeah, Mike Pence. Donald Trump looks like 4 immigrants designed a white guy. 4 immigrants has got in the room to make a white guy, and the Indian was first. He's like, okay, we will make him tall and fat. He will look prosperous. Right? And then the Mexican was like, I want him to look exotic and like sun-kissed, man. Like he just came off a beach, Like a beach of a private island owned by a sexual predator. And then an African was like, I want him to have small hands. I want him to have a mouth so small when he sips from a straw, it should look like he is drinking from a glass. And then a Russian walked by like, I will tell him what to say, don't worry.
Snap.
I was thinking about this. Like, you know, it is easy to be mean to America in this moment. It is. And don't we enjoy it just a little bit? We do. Because, you know, America was like the hot girl who was mean to everybody in high school. Like she was just her and her two other hot friends, Britain and Europe, and they were just bitches to everybody in high school. You know, they'd take all your money, they'd never let you into their party, but then they'd show up to your house and clean out your basement, whatever was underground, they'd take it. You know, and then they'd hook up with your friends and you'd never see your friends again. You'd be sitting at lunch like, where's Saudi? And Saudi's like, I cannot be seen with you anymore, I'm with America. And then Saudi'd be back like a month later, she was just using me. And you'd be like, hey man, forgive and forget. And he's like, yeah, sure. He doesn't forget. You know, and then you graduated from high school and you didn't hear from America for a while, but you heard like she had a series of bad relationships, nobody knew where she was. And you heard that Britain and Europe got married, but that didn't work out. Then they got divorced and they were separated and going to get divorced, but there was like a custody battle and their kids Scotland hated both of them. It's like a weird thing, nobody was leaving on time. And then like one day you were walking down the street, you know, and then suddenly from behind you, you heard, rest of the world from high school, and you turned around and you were like, America? And she just let herself go, you know. And you know, in that moment, you looked at her and you were like, this, you know, what's going on in your life? And she's like, oh, it's tough, you know, I don't have any money and you know, it's been a tough sort of 20 years and I work in a Chinese restaurant. My boss is really hard on me, he doesn't pay me that much. And you started to feel sad for her, you know? And then while she was talking to you, suddenly this guy came up from behind and just grabbed her by the pussy. And you're like, oh, America, are you okay? And she's like, oh, that's my husband, it's fine. And you're like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine, I swear to God, I'm fine. And she left and you felt bad in your heart. And then 4 years later, you were like on her Facebook profile and you heard she was single again. She broke up with the guy. She dumped him, not even in person. She wrote him a letter, like through the postal system she dumped him. You know, and she was dating like an older guy and he wasn't fully coherent, but like your third cousin knew him, they worked together. And she gave him a good recommendation. And in that moment, you were like, you know what? Good for you, America. Good for you. You took your life back together. I wish you well. And you put your Facebook off. And in the reflection of your laptop, you saw somebody standing behind you. And it was your partner. And they were like, what the fuck are you looking at? And you're like, nothing, baby. And they're like, are you looking at America? Don't get any fucking ideas in your head, alright? I'm the best you can do. I'm all you deserve. And you're like, baby, I have questions. Fuck you. You don't get to ask me any questions. You have any questions for me? You go live in the neighbor's house. Alright? You go ask him fucking questions. And you're like, I don't want to live in the neighbor's house. He plays nice music, but he scares me. That's fucking anxiety. Alright? Now you shut the fuck up. This is where you live. Now you get in the kitchen and make me a cup of GST. That's what you fucking do. And you're just in the kitchen thinking, fuck, I should leave, but this is my house. I live here. I own this place. I still feel like leaving. And that's democracy. So when I see America, I have hope. Like, fucking Trump's speech 2 days ago, he was speaking and then 5 major networks cut Trump off in the middle of his speech. Did you see that? That's hope. That's power. I cannot think of one Indian journalist. Actually, that's just the end of the sentence. I can't think of one Indian journalist.
Best of luck, America.
Yeah.
Wow.
We made it. Wow.
So, I mean, I said, you know, we're not going to get too political here. Veer Das got political enough for us. Holy cow.
Yeah. Indeed.
What'd you think of his analogy of America?
I mean, I don't know. I've always been American. But I mean, I guess it's pretty fair.
I mean, did it seem like it was somewhat accurate, especially if you have like an outsider's perspective?
No, it seems super accurate from an outsider. If I put myself in an outsider's position, it seems super accurate. So, 100%, yeah, that makes sense.
Especially like the hot girl at high school, and she's got her
True.
friends.
It's true.
You
I
know,
never liked the hot girl at high school, and so I was like, oh no, we're the hot girl at high school. I don't like that girl. So, just trying to come to terms with it.
I mean,
I know we're not perfect, world.
no, not at all. And it's humbling. It's crazy when you hear people think about the country you grew up in and you were born in. I mean, I don't think any of us think that we're a perfect country, right? And I know a lot of people that they do think that.
I know a lot of people do. We never did anything wrong. Rah!
But I mean, every country they have their falls, they have their failures, they have their missteps, and it's just crazy right now because you have this election, you have just how it just wasn't managed too well at all, and then you have the whole world watching because the world does watch America whether they like it or not. They do. They tune in. They pay attention. And it's just like, as an American, like he said, I have hope. It's going to get better. I have a hope that, things will be figured out. But it's just, I think it's not just America. I think it's a crazy world out there. I can't imagine any country that's a large country, that's an influential country that's out there. There's many of them out there. They don't have their conspiracies. They don't have their issues. They don't have their missteps. But what he said, I mean, I can't really say what he said was completely unfair, right? A lot of it was funny. A lot of it I can see where he's coming from is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, for sure. I mean, I don't know. Going back to the conspiracy thing, I think everybody's got conspiracies. Every country does. And
Absolutely.
I don't know. Like, I feel like the election in America has affected and spilled over the whole world. Like, I don't think you can be anywhere in this earth or on this earth, and maybe that's a typical American thing to say, like, it's all about Americans. But I'm just seeing constant comments on social media from people from Australia, people from India, people from Japan. Just everybody has their opinion on the American political system right now, and it's it feels like everybody is in on it and everyone is super split, and it's personally I don't understand what there's to be split about, but it's about as political as I'll get.
Yeah, I mean, we're never really too political on either channel, but as far as a rant that he goes on, I mean, I was entertained. I appreciated what he had to say as far as like a comedic level, but he seems more serious than some comedians when he's delivering something. It seems like he's like in the backyard. He's just saying what he feels like, but it's so crafted in a comedic way and in a written way to where you're like, man, I can understand where he's coming from. Still have hope. I like how we end that. We still have hope, whether it's democracy in America, but appreciate that. Thanks for the request. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what your opinions are. I'm sure it's going to get really political in the comment section, so be nice and be respectful. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Take care.
This guy's out of control.